Hey bookish friends, I went to the library today and I wanted to show you what I got. So, let's go. So, the first book I ended up getting at the library is called Just Over the Mountain by Robin Carr. I haven't heard anything about this author before, but this was like one of the first books that caught my eye as soon as I went into the library. Usually, when I go, there's like a wall that just says like new fiction. So that's like the first place I go to see what there is. First serve, first grab, all that jazz. So I don't know too much about it. I tried reading the synopsis, but my fiance kept talking to me when I'm trying to read the back, so I didn't really get to really, which is okay. We like a surprise. But it says, here in this peaceful community, folks look out for one another like family, though sometimes a little too well. In a town like this, it's hard to keep a secret, but Dr. June Hudson has managed to keep one heck of a humdinger. That's funny. Though visits from her secret lover, undercover DEA agent Jim Post, are a clandestine as they are passionate. Somehow it fits with their demanding schedule as the town's doctor, a calling that requires a just so you know, I just had a migraine the other day, so if I'm not reading properly, my brain's a little foggy, so that's why. But I'm just gonna stop there because my reading is not. But it sounds very interesting, and the cover kind of pulled me in because it looks very cutesy, and I can't wait to see what it's about. So, yeah, Just Over the Mountain by Robin Carr. Then another book I got is called William by Mason Cooley, and it says it's a like fantasy or magical world, but it gives me more like a horror vibe just by the cover. I could be completely wrong. It looks freaky, and from when I was reading the synopsis, it just sounds like basically um, they have this guy who ends up having guests or something like that. He likes to hide in the attic or whatever like that. So he wants to introduce to them this robot that they have or whatever. And then I guess maybe they get trapped in the house with this thing. So again, don't know too much about it, but I'm excited to see what it's about. So, William by Mason Cooley. So the next book I got, I've gotten this one before, but I never had a chance to actually read it, so I picked it up again, and I'm gonna try to actually read it in March, hopefully. But it's Schoolgirl Missing by Sue Horton, and yeah, it still sounds very interesting. It says when 14-year-old Poppy vanishes on a family trip, suspicion soon turns close to home to the two people who should do everything to keep her safe, her parents Kit and Neve. Neve has a secret, Kit is lying, everyone is watching. Who do you believe? So by the sounds of it, it sounds like a whodunit kind of thriller, and I'm down for it. So, Schoolgirl Missing by Sue Horton. And then I got a book called The Library Game by Gigi Pandirian. And what kind of pulled me in was the cover. And it's a whodunit. Basically says there's a body in the library and everyone is a suspect, which is very intriguing and what kind of pulled me into the story. So I can't wait to read and see what this one is about. Yeah. And then I also picked up A Killer in the Family by Githa Lodge, which is also another thriller. It says when the police found the first body left on a bonfire in the forest, they worried that it showed the hallmarks of a serial killer. Now, as they find the second, they know for sure. Panic about the bonfire killer quickly spreads through a sedate suburban area. Women are urged not to travel alone at night, and constant vigilance is encouraged among the local residents. But single mom Aslan Cooley has a lot to distract her, two beloved teenage sons, and a quest to find her long-lost father, whom she has not seen since she was a teenager. After much debate, she decides to upload her DNA to an ancestry website. When she gets a match, she is filled with an anxious excitement that her questions about her father's disappearance from her life might finally be answered. But to her horror, it's not her father who has found her. It's a detective who informs that her DNA is a close match to the bonfire killer. So that sounds extremely exciting, and I can't wait to see how this turns out. So, a killer in the family. Then I picked up Good Bad Girl by Alice Feeney. This would be my first Alice Feeney book I've ever read. I heard nothing but good things about her writing, so as soon as I saw it, I just grabbed it, which is funny because my fiance is like, "You didn't even read what it's about, so how you know you're gonna like it?" I'm like, "I've heard of the author before. I know she's gonna be good. It's fine. We're all good. It's okay." So, yeah, Good Bad Girl by Alice Feeney. So the next one I'm actually really excited about. My fiance and I are going to be doing our first buddy read together at some point, and he better stick to it because otherwise, Uh, it's called Three Kinds of Lucky by Kim Harrison. So he's going to use this one, and I'm going to be getting a physical copy off of like Amazon or something like that because it's not too pricey on there. But he's the one that actually picked it, so I'm like, let's do that. We'll do a buddy read for that. So it says Petra Grady has known since adolescence that she has no talent for magic, and that's never going to change. But as a sweeper first class, she's parlayed her rare ability to handle dross, the damaging magical waves generated by her more talented kin's spells, into a decent life working at the Magus University. Except Grady's relatively predictable existence is about to be upended when the oblivious, sexy, and also out of reach Benedict Storm needs someone with her abilities for a research project studying dross and how to render it harmless. She's stuck working on his team, whether she wants to or not. But Benedict doesn't understand the characteristics of dross like Grady does. After an unthinkable accident, she and Benedict are forced to go on the run to seek out that one person who might be able to help. An outcast exiled 10 years ago for the crime of using dross to cast spells, now Grady must decide if she will stick with the magical status quo or embrace her own hidden talents and risk shattering their entire world. So yeah, so it doesn't sound too bad, and I'm excited to see what's about, and I'm excited for Anthony and I to do a buddy read together, which I will make sure he sticks to. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the library book haul. I apologize if my reading was a little wonky. Like I said, I did have a migraine all day yesterday, and I slept all day and a little bit today, so my brain is very foggy. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll let you know on some of the updates of these books I read. So see you next time. Bye.